Guest of honor and Manipal Group Chairman Shri Sudhakar Pai, our school president, our company president Shri Sharif Bhai, school board members, other dignitaries and all the participants. I just have an announcement here that we will have, soon after the Yakshagana, we'll have a ribbon cutting. So I would request all of you to be seated for another 10-15 minutes and we will close this session. Okay. So it's indeed a pleasure for me to be part to address such an august gathering where we have all the stakeholders present here. We have policymakers, we had school management, we had owners, we had teachers, parents, students, everyone here. So this is all together that we make schools. So we heard our chairman talking about the vision of Manipal, the purpose Manipal Group was started and how it has been operating for last 100 years. So we have vision from them, and we as professionals, I, the president, and all of us have to put those visions into action, and that's where our challenge starts. So if we see in the morning, if we see most of our mothers have problem, waking up their children and convincing them to go to the school. So and the student trying to refuse to go to the school. So the whole problem lies here because certain schools don't give the joy of learning. So if there's a joy of learning, if there's something good happening in the school, why should a mother has to convince a child to wake up in the morning and go to the school? So that's the difference that we at Manipal do. We make sure that the school is not only the place of education, it's a place of learning, a learning with joy, a learning with happiness, a learning with as a team member. So there's a difference in what we in Manipal do. Our education system is quite different from all other systems. We have a very unique concept, unique framework, distinct curriculum, which makes the student very happy and joy to learn. Our assessment is very unique. The methods that we utilize, we employ. So these are all makes the Manipal schools a different group altogether. So our whole academic, I'll be talking about the academic and how we implement the academic part. Our whole academic stands on the 4 pillars. The first pillar is the critical thinking. We have in us something called research-based learning process where the students are asked to research. When I'm talking about critical thinking, it's like we give a project to the child and we ask them critical questions like what if the earth was flat? Okay, or what instead of being spherical if it was cubical? So and the children have to come out with the reasons why it cannot be a planet, it cannot work unless and until it is fair. And this is where they learn the all concept, be it maths, be it physics, be it any language, they can learn as a concept. So this is where we start with. We implement something called, see, we are talking about, like my chairman was saying, the days or Rizwan Bhai was saying, that the today's generation is completely different compared to what the earlier generation was. Today, knowledge is available. Teacher is no more the center of knowledge now. Google is the center of knowledge. So even if, like even my children, they come back home, they Google and say that I know better than or more than my teacher. So somewhere we are losing that gap. So here the teacher has to be more of a facilitator and not teacher anymore. So it is from a teacher-centric perspective, we are moving away to a student-centric perspective. And by giving this critical thinking as a concept, we inculcate a skill of information discovery, how to interpretation and analysis, reasoning, constructive arguments, problem solving in their daily life. This is what we practice and we help them to do it. The second pillar that we have is a collaboration. So we help, see today students are spending most of their time in their smartphones, in their tablet, and they're getting into an isolation. There's something called social competencies coming down day by day. So we have student exchange programs, both Indian schools, international schools. So this is how we collaborate and we help them to come out of that and be socially competent. Then we have creativity and communication skills. We develop this as part of our curriculum. Basically, we have 4 stakeholders here. One is the school. So school being Manipal, we become an aggregator for the students like how Uber does or Amazon does. We have a trained teacher who are well trained to become the facilitators, and we expect our students to become the pillar of strength. And finally, we want our students to be like a water, whichever container they get the shape of a water so that they can face the future, they can face the 21st century. So this is all I have. Thank you so much for your patient hearing. I would wish that each one of you enroll and see how our school, how your students and you benefit from our curriculum, from our education system. Thank you.